If you think you're not special, you're wrong. You have the one power that can change your entire life in 12 months. Consistency. Small steps, every day, no stopping. That's the power. That's the edge. That's the game. He wrote a new note. Consistency is the compound interest of self-improvement. His mind never fully shut up, but it stopped controlling him. He learned to train the noise by not feeding it every day. Now his friends asked him for advice. How do we start? He said, don't just start, stay. Show up daily. Camera zooms out. Same small room, same town, same store below, but a different person. Voiceover ends with, consistency turns ordinary people into unforgettable stories. If this story hit you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And drop this in the comments. I will stay consistent. Your life changes when your habits stop changing. His biggest issue wasn't lack of skill, it was lack of consistency. He'd hit the gym hard for 3 days, then vanish for 3 months. He'd start learning English, get hyped for a week, then drop it like a bad Netflix show. He'd come up with business ideas at midnight, feel like Elon Musk for 48 hours, then do absolutely nothing. Every night, he'd whisper to himself, tomorrow I'll change everything. But tomorrow kept calling, and Noman kept declining. It was 6 a.m. in a small, peaceful town called Riverton, one of those towns you've probably seen in old American movies. Quiet streets, mom-and-pop stores, fresh morning air, the kind of place where people dream big but talk small. Above an old family-owned grocery store lived a 19-year-old kid named Noman. Noman wasn't the smartest, he wasn't the strongest, he wasn't rich, he wasn't famous. Honestly, he was average. But his mind? Oh, that thing was loud. Like 20 browser tabs open at the same time, non-stop. The wake-up call. One evening, while his dad was closing up the store, Mr. Haroon sat next to him. His dad wasn't a motivational speaker, just a hard-working man with tired hands and honest advice. He said, son, listen closely. The people who do a little every day will always pass the ones who do a lot once in a while. That sentence hit Noman harder than any TikTok motivation ever could. That night, he stared at himself in the mirror, really stared. And for the first time, he asked himself something different. If I get 1% better every day, where will I be in a year? No giant promises, no dramatic goals, just a question. And that question? That was the moment the story flipped. The new rule. The next morning, Noman grabbed a sticky note and wrote 4 words in bold. Do it every day. Not do it someday. Not do it big. Not do it when motivated. Just do it every day. He picked 5 habits. 10 minutes of exercise, 15 minutes of English learning, 1 page of business reading, 5 minutes journaling, 1 idea written per day. Tiny, simple, almost too small to matter. But here was the trick. The goal wasn't greatness. The goal was showing up. Week 1. Day 1, easy. Day 2, fun. Day 3, doubt creeping in. Day 4, laziness hitting like a truck. Day 5, brain begging to quit. Day 6, mind negotiating. Day 7, victory. Did his life change in 7 days? Nope. But he changed in 7 days because he proved I can show up even when I don't feel like it. And that was the first crack in his old identity. Month 1. After 30 days, people started noticing. His friends asked, Noman, Jim, seriously? Another friend joked, how long's this one gonna last? Old Noman would have argued. New Noman just smirked and said, if I stop after 3 days, I'm a joke. If I don't stop after 300, I'm an example. And suddenly, the joke wasn't funny anymore. 3 months in, 90 days passed. His body looked slightly better. His English sounded slightly cleaner. His mind felt slightly calmer. But the biggest change? He wasn't relying on motivation anymore. He was relying on a system. He became disciplined, not emotional. 6 months in, 180 days. He joined a freelancing platform and applied the same rule. 1 proposal every single day. At first, crickets, then 1 reply, then 1 client, then 5 clients, then more.
Not because he was special, but because he never stopped sending that one daily proposal. 9 months in, 270 days, he saved enough to start a small e-commerce store selling phone accessories. Nothing fancy, just simple products. He told himself again, improve the store a little every day. No viral moment, no overnight success, no celebrity shout-out, just daily progress. 1 year later, 365 days completed. He opened his laptop and froze. Last year this time, he was quitting everything. Today, 365 days of exercise, 365 days of learning English, 365 days of journaling, 365 days of sending proposals, 365 days of improving business. And now, his store was making $2,000 a month. Not millions, not viral, but life-changing for someone who used to quit everything. He ran downstairs and told his dad, "I didn't quit a single thing for 365 days." And his dad hugged him and said, "I'm not proud of your results, son. I'm proud that you didn't stop." That was the real victory. The lesson. Noman realized the truth. Consistency beats talent, intensity, luck, motivation, knowledge, opportunity. Because all those things expire without consistency. Life tests him again. Right after his 1-year win, his store got suspended due to a policy mistake. He lost almost everything online. But this time, he didn't panic, he didn't break, he didn't quit. He said, "I built myself in 365 days. I can rebuild a business in 36. And he started again. Daily, slowly, steadily, unshakably. 2 years later, 730 days in, now he had 3 successful online stores, a small team of 5 people, a YouTube channel teaching mindset plus English, and a dream to become a pilot, still alive, but now backed by patience and consistency. He wasn't rushing to the sky anymore. He was building the runway for it, brick by brick, the sky metaphor. One day on the rooftop, he looked up. Clouds were moving fast, chaotic, loud, changing shapes every second, but the sky behind them, calm, stable, unchanged. He whispered, "Clouds rush, the sky stays. That's why the sky looks powerful."
If you think you're not special, you're wrong. You have the one power that can change your entire life in 12 months. Consistency. Small steps, every day, no stopping. That's the power. That's the edge. That's the game. He wrote a new note. Consistency is the compound interest of self-improvement. His mind never fully shut up, but it stopped controlling him. He learned to train the noise by not feeding it every day. Now his friends asked him for advice. How do we start? He said, don't just start, stay. Show up daily. Camera zooms out. Same small room, same town, same store below, but a different person. Voiceover ends with, consistency turns ordinary people into unforgettable stories. If this story hit you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And drop this in the comments. I will stay consistent. Your life changes when your habits stop changing.